High Republic, Tears of the Nameless. So this is the YA storyline of the High Republic, and one thing I've really liking about the High Republic of late is that even the YA books and the adult books are connecting storylines, because you have Vanessa Rowe, who was first introduced in the YA book, showed up in the main adult line story, and she shows up, and also other characters like Avar Chris and Elzar Mann both show up in Tears of the Nameless. One thing I really like about this book is I have not been the biggest YA fan of these High Republic books. I thought Into the Dark was a very weak book, but I thought it introduced some really good characters. And finally, in the really fourth book, this is really the fifth YA of these characters, because it's like the seventh overall YA book, I believe. But this one really, for me, fleshed out the characters and made me really enjoy the story, what was going on. And it was good to see, like at the end, you remember how Rick Styles, he was that little Padawan who all he really wanted to do was hang out in the library and do his research in the Jedi archives. Now he's going off and he's really become a true powerful Jedi in his own right. And for me, as someone who's been following this character along for the last 2-3 years, and I feel like I got some satisfaction, or I got some gratification of where this character has ended up. I really like the story. I really like what was going on with all the other characters. Master Cormac was really interesting. But it was interesting. I love the research element to this show. Maybe it's the historian in me, or this book. So where there's a blight where it's connected to the Nameless, and they're trying to find a connection between the blight and the Nameless, or the history of the origins of the Nameless, and the Jedi trying to figure it out. We as the readers know the origins a little bit from some of the other High Republic books, but to find the heroes to be able to discover the origins of that I thought it was a very fascinating read. And also there's this new Jedi Padawan character, Amadio, I believe that was how you say his name. And he starts off with a lot of energy, helps Reef kind of get that energy, get excited about researching stuff again. And the ending of the last 100 books, you're at the edge of your seat. Overall, Tears of the Nameless is one of my favorite, it's probably my favorite YA of the High Republic books. And it is probably in the top 5 of the High Republic books I've read so far. This is going to be my last High Republic book for a while. I don't think the next one comes out, which is the next High Republic book, is Into the Light, which is kind of a cool play on, because the first YA book was called Into the Dark, and so it ends with Into the Light. I think that's a very interesting title. So my next Star Wars book is, I've already started reading, it's The Living Force, which takes place a year before Phantom Menace, so I'll be reading that, and so that'll be your next book review for you on the Darth Easy YouTube channel. So guys, what are your thoughts of Tears of the Nameless? Wherever they are, comment below, let me know. And guys, if you'd like to see this about, subscribe, see more, and tell your friends about Easy Nation. All too easy.